Tucson has the win with them here in the first half, and Rick Schatz is looking to press because that's really what got them out on the front foot last time Albuquerque showed up here.
You know, one of the things FC Tucson did very well in the last match was play the flanks, keep their shape very well. Espindola got free a couple times, and you can already see them attacking that left side of the defense to see if they can repeat that performance.
Absolutely. Turner wins, gives it away, and it's Luke Lawrence holding. Giovanni Rowley plays it back all the way to Schneebeck. And Schneebeck too long and too far for everyone. Falls to the feet of the U.S. U20 goalkeeper Thomas Olson at the University of San Diego. Olson's solidified himself as the number one right now with Dallas J carrying a little bit of a knock. I do believe Dallas J is available on the bench tonight. But it's Olson's time to shine, and Rick Schatz has great confidence in the goalkeeper, in all of his goalkeepers. And it's been a position FC Tucson's been very blessed with over the last couple years. Throw in for Reyna. Zambrano looking to turn, but given away easily. But given right back to Rodriguez, and Espindola and Rodriguez have a nice chemistry out there. The Chilean and the Brazilian. Ball given away. Luis Martinez pressing. Yellow cards reset, and Martinez did the dance of death all the way through the last couple games. Was able to play in all of them, which was a concern for Coach Schatz. But he got the job done, and a good turn out of pressure there from Michael Turner. Edgar Reyna's here where we saw Devontae DuBose last time we played in Reyna. Obviously, no one has the pace of Devontae DuBose. But what Reyna does give you is a very experienced, solid defender who's very good in the air, Eric.
Oh, another thing he gives you over DuBose is his size. He's a very physical type player, a physical defender. And as you can see already, it's going to be a physical match tonight.
It's a good ball there from Andy Wilkinson towards Campos, but again, Caleb Scott's speed close down is excellent. Pineda finds Ramos. Ramos with a good early ball, and that's where they killed them last time. Espindola manages to keep it in bounds, and he's running at Rowley again. Rowley shakes him, cutting inside to his preferred, and a good turnout. Espindola wisely gives it up to Zambrano, and this is where Zambrano can be. Oh, looking to flick it up into the upper left-hand corner, but just over. But again, FC Tucson goes a lot of times as Pedro Espindola goes, and it's been another bright start from him.
And he's got to have a lot of confidence coming into tonight's match, knowing how well he did against this defense last time. And it certainly doesn't look like he's shy. He's ready to run. Nice little chip there, and maybe a little Aaron Johansson inspired from today's match with the U.S. with a little chip.
Absolutely, that was a great chip by Johansson. U.S. dismantling Cuba, which I like to prefer to call the Copa de Defección for Cuba, as they lost a couple players as they seem to every single year. A little housekeeping done here by the Albuquerque Sol, which will be to their benefit. And Schneebeck is off to take the kick. Schneebeck drives forward into the wind a bit. And Ramos is able to get ahead on it. Ramos, so integral to FC Tucson's season this year. The left-footed central midfielder out of the San Diego State. A great ball into Clemens here. And Clemens is in clean. Zambrano's got to get up here to join him. Clemens waiting for his runners. Lays it back to Turner with a great little first touch ball to Espindola, who wasn't expecting it. Espindola faced up. Drops to Rodriguez on the preferred left side. Left-footed cross there, cleared out by Albuquerque, but straight to Ozzy Ramos. Finds Edgar Reyna. Reyna looking to play inside. He does. He finds Clemens right out to Zambrano. And it's been all FC Tucson to start here, but a great little bit of defending there by the left back, Nestor Aguiar Cazeta. But back to FC Tucson again. They're back on the run, and Reyna trying to get a little bit too cute, but manages to keep possession. Pineda, Clemens, Zambrano. Zambrano running well. Martinez gets back inside. And a good idea, but just a nice block there by Sending to keep that ball from going inside. Rodriguez finds Clemens. And just offsides. And so far, one-way traffic, Eric.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got to be impressed with FC Tucson's game plan. Again, they're going outside to come back inside. And as we mentioned last time, Dave Clemens played such a huge role in that win, the early goals. He's already been big tonight. His touch has been so good. He's got to be one of the top players in the league right now, and he's certainly showing his class at this point.
Coach Schatz says confidence is sky high in the FC Tucson locker room, and why wouldn't it be? Another great season, 8-2-4. in the Mountain Division Championship in a home playoff game. Reyna, maybe a little too casual there, but manages to keep it. Pineda going long, looping it in. Won by Andy Wilkinson. Sorry, Carlos Cindy and Andy Wilkinson looking to play long, and that's really going to be the game plan. Miguel Campos, the super talented left-sided midfielder out of Mexico, the former Cruz Azul U20. Zambrano doesn't win it, but straight to Martinez. And a good opportunity here for Clemens to get in on goal. Clemens, and why not? Takes a lash at it, but pulls it just wide. Good early opportunity for David Clemens. I think he wasn't sure whether he wanted to shoot it or dribble in, and it didn't end up getting the result he wanted.
You know, from the bench, though, you got to like that. Coach Shantz is going to like any opportunity from 20 yards out because it's going to tell that defender he's willing to shoot that and make them step out anytime he's got the ball in that position.
8 minutes in here in Tucson, Arizona. 0-0 FC Tucson and Albuquerque Sol. Battle of the Giants of the Mountain Division. And so far, it's been FC Tucson out on the front foot. Good win there by Teixeira, but one block there by Luis Martinez. And Martinez again, both sides of the ball. He's not your traditional number 10 in the sense that he is such an important part of the defensive plan for Rick Shantz.
You know, Martinez and FC Tucson's offense really starts with their defense as Pineda steps up just as we're saying that, sends the ball back. Pineda played a huge role again 2 weeks ago and will have to be that player again.
And Zambrano's in! Maybe the advantage, maybe not a pen. I didn't think it was a pen either. Clemens changes up, finds Ramos' left peg, driven but stopped. And number 24 is out on the break here. Good tackle by Ramos, but Campos escapes. Another good sliding challenge by Michael Turner. And Martinez tries to settle it down a little bit here as it's gotten pretty hectic in the early moments here. Again, Brandon Zambrano all the way in, couldn't get his shot off. I don't know if that was a pen or not, but it looked like advantage was properly played, Eric.
I agree. I think it was a good decision by the referee. A tough challenge, but a good challenge, and FC Tucson had 2 good chances out of that.
And a foul by Brandon Zambrano as he was doubling up on Nestor Calzada. The Cactus Pricks certainly don't agree with the call, but it was a good decision there. And this is really where Albuquerque's been so dangerous. And Coach Shantz, if he had to say the things that concern him most were set pieces and not giving them up. But FC Tucson also very strong. Like you said, Reyna's presence also helps them in the air as well.
You know, one of the things we saw a couple weeks ago, and it even looks a little bit smaller tonight with the lineup that the Sol have chosen, is that Albuquerque's size is certainly a factor. This set piece is going to be probably about 35 to 40 yards out. You look for them to play the back post and get that flick on and see if they can do anything. But FC Tucson in the back, Caleb Scott has been so solid. Reyna is a great player in the air, so it's going to be a great challenge right now.
Looks like Wilkinson's over the ball. And a good ball in by Wilkinson, but smothered by Thomas Olsen very well. A good piece of goalkeeping there.
I feel like that's a wasted opportunity. You send 5 guys to the back stick and then send a pretty low bender in. That's no problem for a keeper of Olsen's class.
Ball's controlled here by Jimmy Schneebeck, who's really going to play an integral role in this game tonight. Schneebeck, the backup. Champenois season ended with a shoulder injury. Very unfortunate. Played tremendously here in the 2-0 defeat. And Wilkinson plays here, wide out to Calzada. And a good step there by Edgar Reyna, defending very confidently early. Martinez keeping it in, and knocked off by Wilkinson. Wilkinson paired along with Sendin, the 2 center backs. Albuquerque's defended very well all year. It was interesting to see FC Tucson have so much success, but this might be one of the best attacking teams according to Coach Shantz, and the last couple games have certainly shown that. 4 goals against Colorado, 2 against Albuquerque, 3 against Fresno away, and 4 against the OC Blues away. And Turner controls, looking to switch. Oh no, he goes short to Luis Martinez, but a good ball as well. And again, it's this flat line with no pressure we saw last time from Albuquerque that's really hurting them.
And one of those switches they did make is they switched Giovanni Roll from the left side to the right side, so he is on Espindola to try to match some of that blazing speed he's got out there.
It'll be interesting to see what Rick Shantz does to adjust. In the flow of play, we've seen Zambrano and Espindola switch oftentimes, as neither of them is naturally a left-footed player. Both like to cut inside, but both are very dangerous players, and this is a good set-piece opportunity. See if Coach Shantz has any tricks up his sleeve here. And again, Albuquerque bring everybody back this early in the game. You know, Rodriguez on the ball. Steps over, Martinez swings it wide. Zambrano, and a great play there to snag it out of the air by Jimmy Schneebeck. A good run, a good set play, but Zambrano was not able to intervene in time.
The keeper did a great job to cover that back post. A nice curving ball. I thought it was kind of wasted at first, but had a great target, had a great opportunity. FC Tucson is really going to have to take advantage of some of those set pieces in a playoff game.
Headed by Caleb Scott right to Albuquerque. I think he had a little more time there. Wilkinson with the sweet left peg stepping forward. It's a good run out of the midfield by Teixeira, but what a play by Edgar Reyna to get his head in on that. Looking for Giovanni Roll. Roll all the way back out to Pacheco, who's dropped in to cover for him. Pacheco drives it in and gives it away immediately. Lawrence heads it away. Ooh, a good little header down, but FC Tucson does well to control that. Rodriguez goes long to relieve some of the pressure. That's a pretty good ball there by Rodriguez. And Espindola, a little bit grab on the arm, but nothing called. And a good spin out there by the midfielder for Albuquerque. This is a nice sequence from Albuquerque, but Lawrence zigged when he needed to zag, and it's at the feet of Thomas Olsen.
You know, it was one of the things we saw and commented on a few weeks ago, and it's the same tonight. Lawrence is one of the most talented players out here. Very skilled player, very skilled, dangerous goal scorer. Another opportunity here. Campos didn't do much with that. You know, a player of his class mishit it, and so it rolled in. Olsen has it at his feet. But we talked about the Sol attack last time, and we've talked about the dangerous FC Tucson attack. The Sol is going to have to generate. They can't hold back and wait for a 0-0 or a 1-1. There will be some goals tonight.
And a good job there by Carlos Sendi in the center back to control that directly to his keeper with his head. And Albuquerque has survived the initial barrage by FC Tucson and is starting to play their way into this match very well. Campos looking to flip it out, but Caleb Scott heads it, but directly to the left back who's cut inside now. But a good win there by Rodriguez. Rodriguez passes out immediately. And this is a good opportunity, and Espindola is going to get running into that pace. And you can see why they moved Giovanni Roll over there to deal with Espindola's pace. Espindola, and a good job by Giovanni Roll. A good tactical decision here. It looks interesting to see if Rick Shantz picks up on that and what he chooses to do to counter. But it's a goal kick here for the Sol. 15 minutes here in beautiful Tucson, Arizona, and so far the weather's cooperating. We were looking at some rain at some point during the game, nothing heavy, but so far so good. And I'm knocking on my wood table here because Eric and I certainly don't want to get too wet, even though we've got a quality tent over our heads. Knocked down and controlled by Michael Turner. Finds Zambrano out to Reyna. Reyna back to Turner. Turner picks it up, and FC Tucson so tidy through the midfield here. And a great ball there by Ozzy Ramos, and Espindola's in. Espindola trying to go. No foul, but one doesn't win the corner. It kept in. Martinez reaches at it. Caleb Scott looking at, and this is where it gets dangerous. Scott was looking at his other center back, Sebastian Pineda, and they looked at each other, but FC Tucson gets at it with a great turn by Rodriguez. Oh, and Clemens is barraged there on a great drop of his shoulder to make the turn. Maybe a caution, maybe not. I think it was the first foul. I think it's another good decision. So far, referee's been on top of everything, and the game is flowing very nicely.
Yeah, I feel like he's been on point. The referee can be a big deal in an atmosphere like this. I mean, one small call one way or the other, given a set piece, can make a big difference. You know, just inside the midfield mark here. Again, as we talked about, Albuquerque with all 11 behind the ball here. Reyna is going to sneak up just a little bit into this open space.
Ramos floats it in towards Clemens, but right to Jimmy Schneebeck, who rolls out immediately to Aguilar Quezada, who plays in through. Knocked back, but a great job by Edgar Reyna there to poke it in. And Campos so far none too active. And that's a good sign for FC Tucson because he's the most dangerous 1v1 player in terms of creating his own goal, isn't he, Eric?
He's absolutely. And the danger of him is you don't want to fall asleep on a guy like that because it takes one run, like we saw with Espindola in the last match. Just a couple runs in, and all of a sudden you're down 2-1. A guy like that finishes.
Given away by Rodriguez, maybe a little bit too casual there. Poked in. Good ball there by Campos, as we spoke too soon. Looking across here early. And a good intervention there by Sebastian Pineda. But straight out to Teixeira, who finds Quezada, but a great tackle by Luis Martinez. And like we said, there's your number 10 running back all the way past the 18 to clean up a mess. And that's what makes him, for me, the overall team MVP of this squad.
You would like your best player to be your hardest worker, and then when you got a guy as a defender, when you know your center is going to be all the way back to make a tackle, and a very important tackle at that match, it's comforting as a coach, it's confident as a defender, you've got support.
So Tucson's dropped the high press a little bit, and nobody expected they could high press the entire game. And again, some hard fouls here from Albuquerque, but again, that's what they need to do. They need to be creeping up on FC Tucson. I mean, basically now Ramos, Turner, and Martinez have got to hear footsteps all game, won't they, Eric?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think the benefit is this pressure and this kind of play that they're putting a high line, high pressure. The beauty is Coach Sean still has some options. You got DeVos on the bench when it's time to make a sub to be able to run at these guys, and they are getting tired quick.
And the new FC Tucson fight song, completely in Spanish, done beautifully by the Cactus Bricks in the background here. And this is a team with an international flair to it, which Rick Shantz has been a big part of the success. The spirit in the locker room. We've got players from Brazil, from Colombia, from Chile, from all over the South America, and of course a few players from Mexico as well. But they've blended beautifully. The chemistry has been excellent as the year's ended, and these guys really care about each other, and you can see that in how they play on the field. Good ball to Reyna. Good defending here by Albuquerque, and Reyna will start again wisely. The 20th minute here, and pinged across by, great ball by Pineda, and what a run by, it was definitely an advance. It was a good cross. You got upended a little bit, but again, you got to love to see your center back playing a diagonal to your outside back who can take it down like Rodriguez. Rodriguez is basically like having a forward in the back.
Absolutely, and again, we talk about things that are setting a precedent. You're 19, almost 20 minutes into this match, and FC Tucson has done some really good things. That left side, the weak side defender knows they have to get back. When you have a player willing to play that early switch, that early ball, you've got to be on point as a defender. You're going to get beat.
Ball played in through there, but just a bit too long for number 24 up top, Ricardo Zacharias. Haven't called his name too much tonight, but again, FC Tucson's been out on the front foot, had much of the ball. Zambrano finds Reyna. Ramos holds. A little bit too long, and Martinez is up in and long into Lawrence. Again, Lawrence not a player you got to worry about running behind you, but holds the ball up very, very well. Out to Zacharias, who's driving inside. Looking to shoot. I think that would have gone far wide to begin with, but Ramos poked it away from him, and a second corner kick here for the Albuquerque Sol. Sol have to take advantage of the opportunities they have because it looks like FC Tucson's going to have the majority of them, but it's all that matters is how efficient you are in front of that goal.
I mean, absolutely. These are dangerous spots. FC Tucson has certainly had the run, but you cannot afford to give one up here and start playing from behind.
Corner kick being taken, driven in. Olsen punches it away, but straight out to the Sol. Out wide again. And another ball driven in, again blocked again by FC Tucson. The service is coming too easy, though, and I know that Rick Shantz is going to point that out when he gets to halftime. That was absolutely a clean tackle for my money. A lot of rolling around going out here. Zambrano unimpressed, but Zambrano's getting very close to receiving a yellow card here. is getting a stern talking to by the center referee, and David Clemens pleading his case. But definitely a foul, but to the extent of the drama, I'm not sure that it was all that necessary. But it's been a decent start from the outside backs for Albuquerque Sol. Both Aguilar Calzada and Giovanni Roli have done a good job after a little bit of a shaky start to begin with.
I think it's a great opportunity for them, but one of the dangers of that, unless you've got a lot of pace coming off the bench, that wears your guys out. Those outside backs making runs all the way forward, playing in a physical game like tonight's match is so far, that starts to wear on you by about the 60th, 75th minute.
Ball whipped in, but again handled very well by Thomas Olsen. Olsen looking to go long quickly, and he's found a waiting Brandon Zambrano. Zambrano trying to shield it away. And you can see, interesting, Clemens pulling away there because he wanted to see the isolation for Zambrano. So that's by design. Clemens is a super smart forward. He wants to get his outside guys in the matchups they like. So he's going to drift into different spaces. One by Roli, but straight to Arturo Rodriguez. Michael Turner plays through. This is going to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. Schneebeck, who drives it forward. It's caught up there a little bit in the wind. A good win there by Luke Lawrence. Lawrence doing a good job here of regaining possession. Cuts it back. Trying to get all the way across. And does so. A good run there, but a good bit of defending there. Clemens runs into a tough challenge. And a foul on Clemens for pulling him down there. And Clemens needs to clear his head. What's really great right now for the Sol is that Aguilar Calzada is getting forward, which is making Zambrano defend, which is not the strongest part of Brandon Zambrano's game, and it keeps them getting those outside backs forward, keeps our outside mids from being able to hang up there on that high line. So I think both outside backs have done a really good job of doing that.
You know, I think some great technical changes in strategy coming into tonight's match from the Albuquerque Sol side. A couple changes in positioning, roll to the right side to defend, and they're getting forward. It's what you want out of a great playoff match. No problem for
Wilkinson whipping balls directly to Thomas Olsen, and Olsen's been up to the challenge. Good throw out here to Arturo Rodriguez. In the game, both teams a lot of adrenaline to start. The game's starting to slow down a little bit, and FC Tucson is getting a bit sloppy in possession. And a lot of that credit goes to the Albuquerque Sol's midfield, who has really stiffened up in the last 10, 15 minutes, Eric.
And this is what you expect from a playoff match, John, is you got two teams who are quality sides. Maybe we didn't see the best effort as that ball trickles in. Calzada is actually able to save that. A tough challenge from Reyna down there on the side to put it out of bounds. But some great challenges where one simple ball or one mistake can make a big difference in a match like this. You got to be focused and on point all 90 minutes. 25
minutes here into this play-in game between the Mountain Division 1 and 2, FC Tucson and Albuquerque Sol, all knotted at 0 here in beautiful Tucson, Arizona at Keno North Stadium. Throw in here for the Sol. The Sol looking to turn. Oh, a good bit of help there. But again, Martinez doing so much defending. You really want to get him back in the middle of the park so he can be the talisman on the attacking side of the ball.
You know who's been quiet for me tonight is Pineda. It's not that he's been bad. He's just been quiet. We haven't called his name much. A couple weeks ago, he was so involved in the play, so involved in the attack, stepping up defensively and putting the play. So I'd like to see him get a little more involved here.
And again, given away right away by FC Tucson. Zambrano unable to win the header. Sendian controls. Drives it wide, looking for Roli. And you can see Albuquerque maybe trying to turn the tables on FC Tucson using their speeds to Roli, where FC Tucson no longer has Devontae DeBose on the right side to maraud up and down the field, although Reyna's been very solid defensively in his stead. Good ball in here. Clemens plays quickly. Good turn by Ozzy Ramos to break free from that. Zambrano, heavy touch, gives it away. It'll be interesting to see Rick Schantz's choice. Zambrano and Nestor Jaramillo have been two very dangerous players. Good job by Edgar Reyna. But one back by Zacharias. But Reyna, great block there. Oh, and a pen. And a penalty. Edgar Reyna takes down Ricardo Zacharias in the box. And again, it's far away from us, far away from the monitor. You know, the angle, Reyna was in good position to not foul there, but it looks like the call was made there, and it's a big one.
You know, it really comes, like we said, those small touches. That ball should have been cleared off the line the first time by Reyna, gives it away. And you never want to give an opportunity to a referee to call the pen, even make it questionable. It may not have been a foul, but when a player goes down in the box, especially that close, the referee has to make a decision. This time he awarded the penalty.
And a huge moment here. 27 minutes in to this matchup between FC Tucson and Albuquerque Sol. And it looks like stepping up to take this will be Luke Lawrence, their leading scorer. Lawrence sets, Olsen readies. Olsen there and saves it! He makes the play, and this crowd is going absolutely wild. That's as big as it gets, Eric.
I tell you what, you need big players to step up in big moments. It does not get bigger than that. Olsen picks right, guesses right, makes a quality, big-time save.
And 28 minutes in, we may have just seen the biggest moment of the match there for FC Tucson, provided by San Diego and USU 20's Thomas Olsen. Great save. Reyna presses a little more tentatively that time. Lawrence looking to turn, blocked again. Martinez finds it, lays it to Caleb Scott. Plays wide to Arturo Rodriguez. And again, goalkeeping wins championships. We've seen it before. We'll say it again. Billy Thompson last year for FC Tucson was unbelievable. The penalty kick stop he had in the same playing game against, at the time, called the Los Angeles Missioneros, now the Golden State Missioneros. And it's deja vu again, Derek.
I mean, I tell you what, penalties are rare in playoff matches, and the fact that you get one, you've got to finish that on the Albuquerque side, but oh my goodness, how big is Tommy Olsen right now? You give your team momentum. Let's see if FC Tucson can capitalize that here in the 30th minute, do something with this momentum on the home side. Your keeper's giving you a chance. Time to finish.
And let's see how Lawrence reacts, because he still has to play another 60 minutes, and he's an important factor for this Albuquerque Sol. The Sol turn out, but the Sol still out on the front foot very well here. And I think did that go out for a corner or a throw-in? Looks like a throw-in here. The visual lines aren't great here on the camera's panning out a little bit, and that's excellent. A lot of supporters here on our side shot here, so it's a little bit tough to see live, so I'm going to start using the monitor a little bit more cleverly. Another big corner kick here, and it's been the Albuquerque Sol for the last 15 minutes. Absolutely. After the first 15 would go to FC Tucson, and FC Tucson really starting to have to defend more than they want to. Offside's called here. Free kick to be taken by Thomas Olsen, the goalkeeper. And I'd like to see FC Tucson look to build a little bit more out of the back. You know, these long balls, Olsen has a great distribution range, but again, they're mostly turning into turnovers. In Albuquerque, you want them to have to work. You want them to have to defend. Their bench only has 4 players. They've traveled. They've stayed somewhere where it's just not home. And FC Tucson, even they can just establish some possession without rushing it forward, is going to be beneficial to them.
Absolutely. It's one of the keys to this club, and attacking, like you talked about earlier, is building that small ball. Very rarely you're going to go over the top. And you got to find a player like Dave Clements. You got to find his feet through build-up, like they're doing now, knocking it around the back a little bit, taking some time, and that's going to create opportunity.
Adrian Moore on the foul there, none too happy. And FC Tucson plays quickly through Ozzy Ramos. We haven't called Ramos' name or Michael Turner's name, and that's because the Albuquerque has dominated the center midfield, which is something we haven't said in a while here. Good opportunity here through Martinez. Martinez offsides. The referee doesn't see the flag, calls the goal kick anyway. But looks like we're going to have offside just outside the 18, but that's a little bit more promising. And Turner and Ramos have to get on the ball, don't they?
Absolutely. I mean, it's turned into a bit of watching for the last 15 minutes for FC Tucson, watching the ball, watching the Sol play through the middle. That middle third has got to be dominated in order to win this game. Right now, the Sol is winning that and winning the play.
Turner and Ramos are both sitting in a very withdrawn position with not as many Albuquerque Sol players there. Maybe Coach Shantz will have them step up a little bit, one of them into the midfield, as you talked about. Pineda was pushing them up last game. They were so good at intercepting balls through the midfield, and right now FC Tucson sort of leaning back a little bit on the back foot. Two players pressuring here, and this is going to be a tough little moment here and a good block by Espindola. And this is trouble. Headed all the way out to Zambrano. Huge mistake here. Zambrano tries to get too cute. And it's been a rough go of it so far for Brandon Zambrano. Another good outside the football here, but it's just wide and goes out of bounds. Ball control by Ramos. Great first touch. Zambrano plays Clemens. Clemens trips over the ball. No foul there. Good bit of skill by Andy Wilkinson. Out to Carlos Sendin. Pacheco looking to pick it up and looking to skip a level and go to Giovanni Roli. And Roli showing his pace. And a great tackle by Arturo Rodriguez at the end there. And again, Clemens giving the ball away. A good quick counter by Albuquerque. And like we said, since the beginning now, it's been more Albuquerque than FC Tucson. And Coach Shantz is going to have his work cut out for him if this should continue for the next 10, 12 minutes in this half. Right now, the hero is Thomas Olson. Penalty kick in the 28th minute taken by Luke Lawrence. Denied. 0-0 here in the 34th minute. Keno North Stadium. This crowd was so excited at the beginning. Is a little bit perplexed at FC Tucson's lack of dominance. Looks like a foul by Lawrence on the challenge. Maybe a little bit of a push. I'd like to see Olsen try to find Ozzy Ramos here, and he does so. Out to Caleb Scott. Scott to Clemens. Out to Rodriguez. Clemens dropping way back to try to pick up the ball. You know, exchanging with Martinez, which is not uncommon. Clemens, a good turn there. Does roll it forward to Turner. Turner, good feet. Espindola can't quite keep a hold of it. Carlos Sendin smartly plays it back to the keeper, who finds section 106. Always a popular section here. Often occupied by the Timbers during preseason. And a handball by Espindola. And the last 20 minutes, Coach Shantz and Coach Miranda and the rest of the staff can't be too happy. Not enough pressure on Albuquerque. Albuquerque's been able to settle into the match, so the next 10 minutes are going to be vital for both teams.
One of the things that I'm perplexed at on the technical side is you really kind of look like you've lost an attack or a strategy from FC Tucson, and it's a lot of long ball, not really anybody finding feet, whereas the Sol clearly have an idea, playing through the middle, playing the flanks, and sending that weak side back.
Again, good effort there, but smothered by Thomas Olson. It's going to take something special to beat him from the outside. But again, the Sol having their way in the central midfield the last 20 minutes. And FC Tucson's going to have to pick it up. Martinez shimmies and shakes. Back through Sebastian Pineda. Finds Caleb Scott. Scott playing through to Arturo Rodriguez. And the Sol, numbers back, very organized right now. Doing a good job of defending. FC Tucson's going to have to be a little bit more patient in the attack. Knock the ball around, and one again. Luke Lawrence holds it up, but a good bit of defending there by Arturo Rodriguez. Lawrence on the foul, but nothing bad there, just a lot of hard work. And Lawrence recovering well mentally, I think, from missing the pen. He's done a good job. It's a very professional performance so far by him, other than him missing a big chance. And, you know, you've got to put that behind you when bad things happen in the match, don't you, Eric?
Absolutely. It's part of being professional. I mean, you talk about different levels of moving from high school to college to the PDL, and even moving on up. It's a 90-minute game. You can't be defined.
Oh, Reyna with a great early idea. Does a good job to recover on Zacharias. Ozzy Ramos. Pineda. Pineda tries to earn the foul, but a good no call there by the ref. Another good tackle there by the Sol, and they are biting and snapping. And here comes Rolly around the outside again. Rolly serves well. Reyna gets just enough on it, but it's out to Ricardo Zacharias. Reyna, Zacharias, you know he's looking to run at him. Can he get a second pen? And a great goal. A fantastic goal, and you can see the effect that it's had on Edgar Reyna. Not wanting to press too tight there and not tight enough, and a good strike, and it catches the near post on Thomas Olsen. And it's 1-0 Albuquerque, and for my money, Eric, deservedly.
Absolutely. They've had the absolute run on play the last 20-plus minutes, been attacking this left side, whether it be Calzada or that time, the goal scorer. And you're exactly right, talking about Edgar Reyna. He was very tentative on that challenge, backing up slowly, did not want to step into him. And that's what we talk about. He finished a great strike. Olsen was there. Hey, tip your hat. That was a great strike.
38th minute, 1-0 Albuquerque Sol. And they're out in the front foot here. 7 minutes left in the half. And so far, after FC Tucson came out flying, looking like they were going to dominate just like 4th of July, it's been nothing but the opposite. And Arturo Rodriguez getting through on Giovanni Rolli there. And FC Tucson with a dangerous set piece here, hoping to capitalize on it. Periods of vulnerability in soccer, we hear about them a lot. Obviously, the first 5 minutes after a goal, either for or against. And it's a big opportunity here for Luis Martinez. Looks like it's going to be a right-footed in-swinger. Sebastian Pineda, a big part of the target here. But right to the goalkeeper, and just not a good enough ball for Martinez. A wasted opportunity. And Albuquerque looking to build. And that ball bounces to Manuel Campos, who controls and holds. And Olsen nearly lets it roll into his goal. Things have gone completely south for FC Tucson for the last 25 minutes. They need to regain their composure. And Lawrence pushes forward, look, as Albuquerque is seeking their second. Great bit of work there by Luis Martinez. And a poor ball by Michael Turner. And Turner and Ramos, who have been so important to this team, so far haven't had their best matches. Zambrano out. Ball driven through here to Ozzy Ramos. Ramos gets it across to Edgar Reyna. Edgar Reyna looking to drive forward. Slows it, holds it. Finds David Clemens. Clemens looking to spin out, does so. Finds a streaking Arturo Rodriguez up the left side. Rodriguez looking to serve. A great ball, and Espindola would have done well to call him off, but it's going to work out anyway. Espindola facing up and earns the corner kick. I thought Espindola could have just told Martinez to leave that. He would have been faced up with a good shot opportunity to score.
One of the things we talked about with Lawrence and coming back mentally from the PK, same thing for FC Tucson here. You've got to stay mentally sharp. You gave up one, but now get one back, go into the half with some momentum, playing some solid soccer here for the last 5 minutes.
40th minute here as Arturo Rodriguez switches sides to take the set piece here. And with nobody back, why is Edgar Reyna not in the mix here? I cannot figure that out. I understand Luis Martinez locking out here, but Edgar Reyna's got to be in the mixer here. A great way for him to equalize. He has to shake himself and understand how important he is to the attack. Near post ball, but again, Clemens not there in time and well held. And so far, it's been a wonderful performance by Jimmy Schneebeck in relief of Champenois. And goalkeeping on both sides has been very good tonight. But great touch by Campos. So class, and the confidence rising from the Sol. Good early ball here. Clemens is going to get there, but not before Schneebeck does. A great job off his line. Zambrano controls. Plays to Ramos. Turner streaking forward. And Clemens with a shocking touch out of bounds and a throw-in for Albuquerque Sol. Again, the mental games that are in the game and outside the game, and in half we're going to see all of them. Albuquerque Sol in no rush here. Would love to get out of this half 1-0 and could very well be 2-0. Minimally 1-0 would be appropriate. Ramos does a good job of winning that back. Clemens with a better touch that time. Yellow card by Luke Lawrence. I'm not sure what for. Eric, any thoughts?
Yeah, I actually saw the whole thing. The fourth official came in from the side table and actually made that call. It was really unique. Lawrence behind the play. You know, it's getting a little chippy. It's physical. It's a playoff match. Threw an elbow, but he threw it high. Anytime it's going to be up and around the head area, any referee and the fourth official came out and made that call, made sure center awarded that the yellow card.
Good ball in here. Clemens. And Clemens having a rough night so far, needs to shake himself. Olsen. And everyone's on sides here, but a great win by a stellar performance so far by Andy Wilkinson, the center back. Wilkinson did not feature last time they played. He's made all the difference tonight. And a lot of off-the-ball stuff going on here. The primary concern here is Clemens' shoulder as he landed badly. And the assistant referee's saying here, and FC Tucson's composure and emotion is really taking a turn for the wrong way here. There was nothing for Ozzy Ramos to do there. No need to grab the ball early. Nothing was going to happen quickly. Less is more, in my opinion, here. Card one of their guys, card one of FC Tucson guys, and be done with it. Now, the question, yellow card. And Ozzy Ramos has got to feel fortunate there, throwing a ball at another player, or however you want to interpret that.
Well, what happened is we often see at any level, in the professional level, a player try to swipe the ball out of the guy holding it. What Ramos did was try to kick it out up near the guy's head, and anytime, that can be a very touchy situation. Obviously, we saw some emotions erupt there. I think very fortunate to walk away from that with a yellow card.
And we're now in injury time. We're looking to see an indication for how much we have here. And knowing that I have a injury time board that I purchased and that it's not being used is very hurtful to me, Eric.
Yeah, sure. You have a vested interest in this program, and when you make capital investments such as that to make the experience better for everybody involved, you certainly want to see those things used.
Well, a goal, a penalty kick, I imagine there's at least 3 or 4 minutes here, but I won't know until I know. Turner with a good win. Clemens can't quite get to that through ball. And Wilkinson looking to play behind. 2 minutes. How you get 2 minutes out of a goal, a penalty, and then a scrum, I don't know. But I've been wrong on the injury time sweepstakes all year. So it's par for the course. Ball served in, Clemens tries to split, but Wilkinson has gotten the best of David Clemens the whole game here. Throw in Ozzy Ramos. This is trouble. Ball falls to Brandon Zambrano, who lashes it wide. I think he had more time than that. And it's pretty much a half for Zambrano to forget. And that's all it takes, like Eric spoke earlier about, concentration in the final moments. And I'd be very surprised if this game ends 1-0, Eric.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen breakdowns on both sides that are not really characteristic of either defense. Both pretty solid defensive teams. Another foul call there in the middle.
FC Tucson has a chance to get everyone up here in the last moment. Ramos plays wide to Reyna. Not much time here. Not much time here. Espindola probing. Not much time. FC Tucson picking a lot of time to build, but building beautifully. Zambrano. Back to Espindola. Espindola. Great touch. Great strike. Just wide. And halftime. Excitement abounds in the second half with more excitement to come. And the score after 45 minutes here in this Mountain Division play-in game between Albuquerque Sol and FC Tucson. Albuquerque Sol, the visitors, 1, FC Tucson 0. Both myself, John Perlman, and Eric Rhodes will be back with you after halftime, so stay tuned. But at the end of the day, it wasn't a goal. At the end of the day, they were better for the majority of the half. I've never seen Turner play this poorly, just not involved. And we're off here in the second half at Keno North Stadium. The Mountain Division play-in game between FC Tucson and the Albuquerque Sol. Albuquerque holding a slim 1-0 lead here at Keno North Stadium as the second half begins with Luke Lawrence making a driving run, cleared away by Sebastian Pineda. As you can see, some tactical changes, and if they happen in the first half, I didn't mention them. Pacheco coming wide and then bringing Campos into the middle. And it looks like they're switching Zacharias over to the left-hand side to go that direction. Controlled, off of touch, Michael Turner, flicked up by Luis Martinez. Clemens clobbered again. Sendin, Carlos Sendin was the culprit there. And bunch of fouls by Albuquerque, but really just good physical play for the most part. And they've really exerted themselves in the midfield, showing themselves to be the stronger, more athletic side so far through that middle, Eric.
That'd be really interesting to see what adjustments Coach Shantz has made at the break technically. Same players out there. Really want to see if they're going to keep their shape, go touchline to touchline. Looks like they're really focused on moving the ball around and finding feet to begin with here.
Zambrano gets it wide. Good exchange here with Clemens. Clemens with some time and space, faced up. Tries to lay it for Zambrano, but not enough pace on that pass. Zambrano looking to pressure. And Albuquerque does well to build it out. Good ball here wide. Good step by Pineda. Good strength by Reyna. Good challenges here. Both teams very, very physical here to start off the second half as we expected. Albuquerque going all the way back to their goalkeeper. And cleared away. Won well there by Michael Turner. But Ozzy Ramos loses it to Aguiar Calzada. And a foul. Zambrano fouled there. And obviously no changes for FC Tucson, but the onus has got to be on possession and patience that it'll come. They got away from that possession, that, making Albuquerque defend for long periods of time, and that really allowed Albuquerque to catch their breath and get back out on the front foot. So, the options FC Tucson have off the bench, you've got Patrick Hickman, the outside back or center back. You have Elliot Prost, who can play anywhere in the midfield. And you've got, of course, O'Dane Sinclair, last year's starting striker and hero. Good ball in here for Arborias, but good intervention there. Clemens can't quite get to it. Lawrence tries to chest it down, but loses it to Pineda. Pineda streaking forward and with a little bit of backspin. Can't quite get it to Martinez, and Martinez looks like he's offsides. Martinez, as good as he is looking to run behind, I really think needs to pick up the ball more in the midfield.
Agreed. I mean, we're going to talk about building it up. This is not a team in Albuquerque, especially with a 1-0 lead, that's going to get stretched defensively. They're going to be packed back. They're going to be right in front of their keeper. Schneebeck's done a tremendous job so far. You're not going to beat him over the top, especially in that final attacking third.
Schneebeck right to Lawrence. Reyna with a great header. Poor touch there. Martinez, the advantage is played. Zambrano plays back to Reyna. Reyna plays it quickly to Clemens. Clemens looking to get forward. Holds it up. Zambrano with an aggressive touch here. No foul, but a throw-in for Albuquerque. Or maybe a foul. And like I said there, I'd really like to see that ball switch back through the other side. I mean, that's really where FC Tucson was so lethal, those pinged balls to the weak side player. And Albuquerque took a page out of the FC Tucson playbook in the first half, and like you said, started to exert themselves after the first 15 minutes, and were the dominant team for most of the half. FC Tucson couldn't get a hold of the ball, but now Rodriguez tries to change the fortunes here. Combination, but not hard enough, and a foul, but Mora goes down maybe a bit too easily. Throw in there by Rodriguez, finds Clemens. Good touch off to Martinez. Espindola heads it, Clemens was already off and running. Yeah, the connection just hasn't been there right now. Good win there by Ramos. And sometimes you just have to grind a result out. You have to find a way to get a goal when it's not working for you. And maybe that's what it's going to take for FC Tucson.
And one of the things, we are in playoff soccer, so there's not going to be a draw tonight. Somebody's walking away with a win tonight. You don't play for a tie. You don't play for points. You're playing for the W.
Good touch by Martinez. Swings it back through Turner. Nice touch all the way back through Reyna. Reyna finds Martinez. Martinez gives it away. And again, every time Martinez got the ball, there's been someone on his back. He hasn't had the time or space that he likes to have that he can make so much of. And a foul there, looks like on Martinez. And FC Tucson, 50 minutes in, is going to have to find some rhythm or find a dangerous player, and Rick Shantz is going to have to make some changes. I mean, this is his group. These are the guys who have gotten him there, no question. Minus Devontae DeBose, but obviously plus Edgar Reyna, who's been so important in off-the-bench role. And Reyna's a tremendous performer. All these guys are the first-choice players that he wants to have out there, so they just have to perform better. But maybe it's a night for someone else to shine. Espindola using his strength and pushes through powerfully, but gives it away. And that was the longest advantage of all time there, huh, Eric?
I've been impressed with this referee so far. It's a chippy game. It's very physical, but he stuck with that play until he felt like Espindola did not really have a chance anymore.
Espindola back through Turner. Turner drives forward. A good ball towards Zambrano. Zambrano makes the touch he needs to. And a good intervention there by the left back, who has performed very admirably here, Nestor Aguiar Caseta. Given away there, poked away. Martinez presses. Everyone just trying to get stuck in here, but FC Tucson comes away with it off Pineda. Ramos looking for a reverse ball, and that's not the ball they're looking for. A ball in the air to a 5'5" midfielder.
Again, I expect to see a little bit more from the midfield here. I mean, the Sol are starting to play very confidently, and not starting to. They really have been. But FC Tucson's got to find a way through, and it's not going to be in the air.
Good ball to Rolly out here, and very quick. He's really put Rodriguez under, and Rolly's beaten Rodriguez, and a good ball into Lawrence. This is a huge and a great stick there by Pineda, but straight to Shara. Rolly looking to beat all day, but Rodriguez does strip him there and plays out well. Got to get the switch here from Espindola. Espindola is so bad it's good to Martinez. And Martinez switches to Zambrano, and a huge opportunity here for Brandon Zambrano. And Clemens is trucking into the box. Zambrano cuts back. Oh, and his pass not in the path of Luis Martinez, given away. Straight to Edgar Reyna on the throw in here, but what an opportunity there. It has to be a better ball there from Zambrano.
Well, what I like to see is that big switch. 2 touches out of the back, and you're on the attack. That's what the counter is. Another foul here from FC Tucson.
Zambrano with a professional foul there. Slow down the Albuquerque counterattack. But again, that's the ball that's so dangerous. That switch of the point all the way to that weak side, and that's how FC Tucson got their goals last game, through Espindola. And obviously, it's a big part of what they do on the attacking side of the ball, their ability to play fast and extend the game. Ball played here through Teixeira, who gives it away. Dumps Zambrano down. Referee calling this game very well so far. The penalty looked like a pen as far as I've heard from everyone that was even closer than I was. Rodriguez looking to get forward. Rodriguez finds Clemens. Makes a poor ball to Martinez, and tonight has not been a good night for David Clemens thus far, but such a talented player. potentially could play his way out of this. A good run here by Carlos Sendin. Oh, tried to get too cute with Luke Lawrence and straight to the waiting feet of Thomas Olson, who plays out immediately through Edgar Reyna. And Reyna forward to Zambrano as the back line of the Sol making sure that they don't get beat on something quickly through. And that's a good exchange run here. And Zambrano, he's got to serve it early. He's got Espindola. Oh, and Espindola doesn't slide. Nothing there. I thought he needed to slide on that and did not. He's got to slide there, Eric, for me.
I mean, you hate to use cliches, but, you know, if you don't give that play, there is no tomorrow. I mean, you've got to lay it all out on the line right now.
Yeah. All it needed was just a poke or a redirect, and maybe it was further away. It's easy sitting up here to say what should have been done and should have been done, but it looked like he was in range, and all it would have taken was a toe poke, and a great ball by Zambrano, and a good job by Zambrano, and he's come out with a really bright start the second half. Flags are falling everywhere in the cactus pricks behind me, so don't worry, everything is safe. And these floated balls, Luis Martinez, are just not what the doctor ordered. And Luis Martinez pleading with the assistant referee and draws the yellow card. A frustrated Martinez, a frustrated Clemens, a frustrated FC Tucson team thus far. And those are two leaders that need to be the calming influences on the field. They need to, even when they're not performing at their best, be at their best from the neck up, Eric.
Absolutely. I mean, you get to talk about some intestinal and mental fortitude over the last 35 minutes here. I mean, FC Tucson has got to start putting together some urgency. You've got to start stringing together some passes. As you just said, the over-the-top ball is not what anybody's looking for right now. You're going to have to find feet, and that's going to have to work through Martinez, going to have to work through Clemens in order for this attack to find the back of the net tonight.
One there by FC Tucson. Straight to Martinez. Martinez turns. Back to Ramos. He turns as well again. Dangerous space to be dribbling the ball, but gets out of trouble there. Served out there well by Schneebeck to Luke Lawrence. Second ball won there by Pineda, but given away right away to Ronald Teixeira. Pacheco holds back to Wilkinson. Wilkins gives it away, but won back immediately by Teixeira, who's had a great game so far. Both the centrals, Teixeira, Mora, and Pacheco, who's moved in there. Campos is bumping around all over the field, so it's tough to say exactly where he is. Ramos wins that one to Rodriguez, who drives long again, and it's to Zambrano. It's a great ball, actually, to Luis Martinez, and Martinez gives it away. Offsides there. Easy call here for the assistant referee. And David Clemens has been in a veritable Albuquerque Sol hooskow with Carlos Sendin and Andy Wilkinson as the main prison guards, Eric. And I'll tell you, so many opportunities in other games for them to score, but they just haven't been. But this is. And Espindola, with an unimpressive dive there, would have done better just to press the goalkeeper. Lawrence does a great job against Caleb Scott. And Lawrence turns him. Lawrence trying to get in the area, maybe get a corner kick. Rolls dangerously by, but well cleared by Michael Turner out of bounds towards Coach Shantz. And Espindola again, limping here. Hopefully he's okay. Good win there by Turner. Turner finds Clemens. Clemens turns well. Clemens fouled again. You can see Albuquerque so quick to sprint behind the ball. Really a professional performance by them so far. Just very solid, very compact. Nothing's come easy for FC Tucson. And maybe that's what it's going to take. It's going to take a lot of work here the last 30 minutes as we enter the 60th minute here at Keno North Stadium. A great crowd tonight here. Saturday night soccer, important soccer here. David Clemens Can't quite get there, and Andy Wilkinson is very happy to put it out into touch. Igorina with the throw-in. Reina finds Turner. Turner turns. Good target ball there. Martinez switches quickly through Arturo Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking to run. And does so. Rodriguez held up well here. Ozzy Ramos overlapping. Rodriguez goes all the way back to Caleb Scott. To Martinez. Caleb Scott keeping the ball well. FC Tucson here with some sustained possession. Igorina. David Clemens, who's come far back to win the ball. Ball looped towards Brand Zambrano. A little contact there, but no foul. And Albuquerque Sol looking to play out. Great track there by Pedro Espindola. The effort's there, the heart's there, but the quality hasn't quite been there, Eric. And then what do we need to look? What does FC Tucson need to do this last 30 to change their fortunes here?
I really think they need to start playing this left side. Rodriguez looks like he still has some pace left. Espindola is going to get over here, get free. You really need to attack, because what as the Sol is starting to do is they're starting to chase the ball a little bit. And that the early switch, that early cross is going to be on. You just got to have the effort. You got to lay it out. Our first substitute coming in here for the evening for the FC Tucson.
And David Clemens coming off after 60 minutes, and that's got to be a tough substitution for Rick Shantz to make. But Clemens did have a struggling, and Shantz is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he's got a talented sub in Nestor Jaramillo, and it'll be interesting to see how he sets up here with the formation. We'll get with that after, and Rodriguez carries right now. Gives it away right away. Martinez looking to press, push the ball inside here. It's driven forward, but right to Ozzy Ramos. And Nestor Jaramillo, a great switch there. But Brand Zambrano off. So Nestor Jaramillo out of Wofford College, the star, plays usually an attacking center midfielder role. Maybe on the wide here on the left. It looks like Espindola will go into the number 9 position with Martinez behind him, Zambrano. And it'll be interesting. So to me, this could set up for a Travis Nicola appearance. And maybe if Zambrano's legs run out, that may be a situation, or Espindola. Be interesting to see how this thing plays out from a substitution perspective. But right now, FC Tucson down 1-0, and Albuquerque looking very tight, and there hasn't been a big-time chance this half since the run across. Look at Jaramillo looking to run in here. Second balls, and FC Tucson late to the party there. Ball driven wide here. And if this was football, that was a great pump to the coffin corner there.
One of the things that it's going to be interesting with Sindine in the back and Andy Wilkinson, they're big players. They got size, they got height. And now our front line for FC Tucson, very small. It's going to have to be the feet to get through.
Yeah, so it's got to change. David Clemens to hold the balls. These type of balls are the wrong type of balls. And you wonder if Coach Shantz is, giving that directive, letting them know that, the balls need to be driven into feet tight. The crosses need to be low and on the ground, where Sandine and Wilkinson aren't comfortable, and we could see they aren't comfortable earlier in the game. And that strike goes far and wide. But again, buying time as the time is in Albuquerque's favor here as we enter the 63rd minute. And that's a poor ball from Rodriguez, and Rodriguez has to recover here quickly. And Pineda does a great job to help win that ball back. And Pineda's been rock solid. And you really can't put anything on the center backs, Caleb Scott and Sebastian Pineda. They've been stars all season, and nothing's been different tonight. Good win by Rodriguez. Rodriguez finds Ramos. FC Tucson's going to have to find another gear here. Throw in for Albuquerque. Albuquerque happy to take it to Giovanni Roli. Good turn there, but one back again by Martinez. Pineda. And it's been route one here for FC Tucson, and I think the exact opposite is what needs to happen. Ball got down now. Maybe they can build here. Martinez turning, spinning. Fouled again. No call. And that's onside here for Pacheco. Pacheco going to go from distance. Falls weakly to Olsen. Out wide to Michael Turner. Cleverly moves out of there. And then the movement from Espindola, the movement up front just isn't there right now, whether it's Espindola or Turner or anybody. The movement, the demanding the ball, could it be fatigue? Could it be, the high press from the start? Maybe they gassed out. Who knows? But right now, there needs to be some energy on this field, and it's just not there. But Albuquerque, all credit to them so far this second half. Aside from that missed clearance, everything going to plan for them since minute 10 in this game. And a set-piece opportunity here, and maybe this is what FC Tucson needs to get themselves back in this game.
And this is where, as you mentioned earlier, and I like to see this, Reyna and Pineda heading up to the box, to the 18, to counter some of that size in the back with Sindine and Wilkinson, so you can play a ball across the top.
I'd like to see Rodriguez just up where Ramos is. Two left-sided players, nobody back. They need to push up and they need to push on. Ball whipped in by Jaramillo. Header. Pineda gets his head on it, but it goes wide for a goal kick. But again, maybe this is a chance for FC Tucson to gain some real estate, press off the goal kick here, and get back out on the front foot. We are nearly halfway through the second half here at Keno North Stadium in this Mountain Division play-in game for a trip to the Western Conference semifinals. Albuquerque Sol, after squandering the league late in the season to FC Tucson, who repeat as Mountain Division champions, on the road hold a 1-0 lead. Goal scored by Ricardo Zacharias after Thomas Olsen saved a PK from Luke Lawrence in the first half. Zacharias beats Olsen near post. FC Tucson with a couple half chances. No real big-time saves made, but Albuquerque Sol, 9 players behind the ball in the half of the field. FC Tucson's going to need something clever to break this yellow wall of defense, and that's the kind of ball you need. Great ball here by Luis Martinez. Zambrano saved it, could have let it out for the corner there, but a good ball here. Can FC Tucson get some service? And it's given away badly by Egarena, but one back well. No foul there. Jaramillo trying to get on the ball. Can they get Michael Turner on the ball? Good ball into Martinez. Martinez looking for the reverse pass. Doesn't quite get there, and it's been the story of that all night. Good step by Pineda, and there he is, stepping in, looking to get forward himself. Taken away, though, by Albuquerque. It's a wall of yellow, isn't it, Eric?
Yeah, it's been solid. I mean, we had to talk about where you're going to beat this team tonight, and here's a run for the Sol, 2 people on.
Ball out to Pacheco, but a poor touch is going to rescue FC Tucson on the counter here. Good switch here by Giovanni Roli. Lazy left-footed outside of the football there. I think they should have been driving to. Albuquerque Sol needs to get the second here. They've put FC Tucson on the ropes, and a great ball there by Nestor Jaramillo. Great range of passing. Martinez looking to get in the box. Espindola. Good ball here. Espindola leaves it. Jaramillo. Foul, nothing. Ramos. Saved by Jimmy Schneidbeck. And that was a bright opportunity. Good runs there, good exchanges. All started by the ball by Nestor Jaramillo, who almost was able to get back on his own starting position. What a great sequence there of FC Tucson, and they're going to need more of that in the last 22 minutes. Still plenty of time.
I mean, this is really, you got 22 minutes left. We're here at the 69th minute. FC Tucson has to start pushing forward. You don't have time to sit back. You need an equalizer at this point. But you also got to be careful on that counter, because 2 would seem almost insurmountable.
Beautiful ball by Sebastian Pineda. Here's Espindola. So dangerous here. Streaking forward. Shot saved. Jimmy Schneidbeck again. Again, a tough angle to score from. But FC Tucson, some life is coming back into those legs. And these last 2 chances, maybe that can spur them on. Pushing the line up. You can see Caleb Scott trying to gain some real estate here. But that ball falls directly to Campos. Pineda slides, and nobody better in the league at that slide challenge. Sebastian Pineda trying to will his team forward. Good switch of the point here. Martinez would have been well-to-do to leave that to go, but Martinez pushing, pleading his team forward, finds Jaramillo. Jaramillo back to Martinez. Martinez plays in behind, and a great run by Espindola. Oh, and a great intervention there, and they're going to call a foul on Espindola. And all Espindola needed to do there was it was a foul, there's no question. I mean, Espindola doing what he needed to do, pressed the ball, almost flicked it out, but ended up catching a leg instead. And it looks like there's an injured player down there. Is that Carlos Sandin? No, it's not Carlos Sandin. Eric, any help here? Maybe it's Wilkinson there, coming across from his left center back position. A huge intervention there, a big time play, a big time tackle. And it's been like that all game for Albuquerque. Good win there by Turner. And Albuquerque gives it away, and some tired possessions here. And Espindola trying to drive forward. He gets the ball. Espindola on the ball here. Looking. Shifts, turns him. Oh! And he had him beat. He made an incredible move there and just lost possession of the ball. What a great turn. And he had it, and he just fell over, Eric.
And you love to see it. I mean, you love to see the creativity. That's what he does. He brings that flair. But at some point, you got to put a shot on frame.
Back the other way, and a good job intercepting that. And Olsen shanks his clearance as far as Edgar Reyna, who makes a great touch to Sebastian Pineda, who drives it forward towards Espindola. But the move for Espindola to the center forward position has been a wise one, and the substitution has paid off, and Jaramillo has been very good when he's had the ball. Great bit of skill there by Luis Martinez. And Arturo Rodriguez streaking forward, and Martinez just a poor ball there. And, Rodriguez, was running into a space that was occupied by Rolly. He'd be better off just asking for a defeat there. And Albuquerque in no rush to do anything. 72nd minute here. Mountain Division playoff match. Play in to get to the Western Conference semifinals. FC Tucson at home at Keno North Stadium, trailing Albuquerque Sol 1-0 on a goal by this man, Ricardo Zacharias, who is driving himself forward, but given away. And well won back by Jaramillo. Jaramillo looks for the switch here. Can Zambrano get there? He can. Good touch there. And FC Tucson just trying to get forward. Both players ran into each other. Ramos with a great effort. And Ozzy Ramos, there's never any question whether this guy's giving 100%. He's played more minutes probably than anyone in that central position for FC Tucson. Oh, and Arturo Rodriguez trying to sneak up, and Ramos, great ball here, but straight to, but just one down by Zambrano. Zambrano looking to get forward, can't keep a hold of it. These last-second challenges by Albuquerque are impressive. And a great win back here by Luis Martinez. Martinez just doing a great job, and I'm really impressed the last 7 minutes with what FC Tucson's put out there. Albuquerque intense, but FC Tucson scratching and clawing, trying to get back in this match. And it looks like the change that's going to happen is not happening yet on this set piece. Ball played in, flicked. Oh! And Rodriguez gets on it. Rodriguez looking to win a corner maybe. Played back. Jaramillo. Great little ball to the middle. Ramos will get set up on his preferred left foot. Great little bit of skill there. Does enough to get it back out to Arturo Rodriguez. Rodriguez chops it. Serves it well. Far post. And one away for the corner kick. And Silas Sandoval, the Sac State player giving us another option. It looks like Jaramillo will move into the middle and Sandoval will move out into a different role. I'm interested to see how the exchange happens here. Maybe Sandoval is the center forward. I'm not sure. We'll see what it shapes up like. But right now it's everyone in the box and get a goal here. Whipped in, knocked down. Oh, straight to Reyna. Reyna making sure getting on sides here is very important. Good little bit of skill there by Rodriguez. Maybe too much, but he gets a serve. Espindola. Oh, it hit off the line. Sandoval could have been the hero, and he did everything he needed to do. And what a play by Albuquerque Sol. I couldn't see who made that play, but there have been so many big-time plays in this game where it could have gone either way, and that was the biggest of this second half. Great ball in by Espindola, great bit of skill by Arturo Rodriguez. And Sandoval did a great header there. Crossed in again for FC Tucson. And Reyna just can't get a hold of it. And Sandoval did everything he's supposed to do, headed it down, and great play. Albuquerque, you just have to give him credit.
Oh, my goodness. How about some excitement here in the last 20 minutes? FC Tucson absolutely throwing the kitchen sink. Beautiful move. Rodriguez holding the ball. One thing I'd like to see here from FC Tucson, a couple shots a little bit earlier off the touch. A lot of touches, a lot of little moves up top. Get a shot or two off.
And Rick Shantz up off his chair, poking, prodding, moving players, shifting players. Most importantly here, it's that final product, and FC Tucson has come to life the last 15 minutes and really put Albuquerque Sol under a lot of duress. Caleb Scott with a left-footed driven ball, and it's a good one. Sandoval pressing, and well cleared there by the Sol. Lawrence very tired. Do they have the legs to finish the job here? That's really the question. And Albuquerque looks like they're going to make a change finally. What a ball here by Jaramillo. These weak side balls have been incredible. Zambrano runs it down. Zambrano breaks through. He's leaves it out. Espindola. Too high. Where's that final product, Eric? Everything. They're throwing everything at them but the kitchen sink. But what they really need is another chance on goal, on frame there from Espindola.
You're right on point with that switch, man. That ball to the opposite side is on every time. Rodriguez playing a great ball across. Espindola is there. Sandoval's now got some size challenging in those two backs.
Great win there by Ozzy Ramos, and great touch there. And Sandoval's fresh legs able to press. And this is going to be some final 13 minutes, Eric. 77th minute, Keno North Stadium, Tucson, Arizona. Mountain Division play-in match for a trip, or hopefully for FC Tucson staying at home for the Western Conference semifinals. But right now they trail Albuquerque Sol 1-0, and the clock continues to tick. And it's tired Luke Lawrence, who has had an interesting night that he will never forget. A penalty kick he missed. But at the end of the day, overall a solid performance by the target forward from Albuquerque.
You know, he did his job. You know, he's not going to show up on the score sheet, but, man, he pressed the back. He put pressure on Pineda, on Caleb Scott all night, and really did a great job holding up play a lot of times when he was the only one up there.
Jaramillo touches, dribbles, so skillful. Rodriguez fights for it. One away, and the foul on FC Tucson there. And again, not a bad foul by Rodriguez. If you're that far up the field and you make that foul, but the problem is it gives the Sol time to catch their breath and takes time off the clock. Ball driven in. Caleb Scott out to Edgar Reyna. Reyna slowly blade ball to Brand Zambrano, who plays it back to Reyna. Reyna into Luis Martinez. And again, Martinez coming into the midfield, finding the ball has been massive. Ball is flipped forward here towards Zambrano. Does a great job there. He turns him like a pretzel. Zambrano is fouled, and this is a dangerous free kick. Good gracious. So he twisted him like a pretzel, and we have a free kick. It's really tough on ESPN 8, the Ocho here, Eric, isn't it? Free kick here. It looks like Luis Martinez is set to take it here. They have so many good free kick takers, and all the big bodies are up in the box here. And Arturo Rodriguez is going to come off for Travis Nicklaw. And a good performance by Rodriguez. I mean, I don't know what more he could have done. The left side was defended very well, and he was so dangerous going forward. But he wants the big body Nicklaw in here, and it's going to be north-south for FC Tucson. Martinez whips it in. Oh, and flicked and redirected and missed by Sandoval, and he's been an impact player coming in right away. 80th minute, Tucson, Arizona. Mountain Division playing game. FC Tucson trails Albuquerque Sol 2-1. Looking for a trip to play either the Timbers or Portland Timbers 23s or the Seattle Sounders 23s. Burlingame FC punched their ticket to the Western Conference semifinals with a 1-0 overtime win over Ventura County Fusion. And they will face, I believe, the Kitsap Pumas in their game. Olsen gets it out of his feet, and a great ball from Thomas Olsen. Jaramillo. Ooh, it's a tough ball, but stepped through by Martinez. Finds Nicklaw. Nicklaw chasing, and he's going to get there. The Guamanian center back / forward plays it back to Spindola. Spindola finds Martinez, and Martinez looking to run here. Martinez whips in a great ball, and it's a goal! Silas Sandoval! Silas Sandoval! Unbelievable! Could you write this script? Silas Sandoval coming off the bench, the substitute, making all the difference, and what a finish on what a cross, Eric!
Oh my goodness, it's been coming for 15 minutes. Sandoval has been in the mix since the minute he stepped across the touchline. The ball was there. Great piece, great finish. And now, I mean, we look at not only, but you've got momentum, you've got 9 minutes to make some history here in Tucson.
And as much as we were praising the Sol, the last 25 minutes, 20 minutes, FC Tucson has deserved a goal. And the result right now is a 1-1 draw, and this is going to be an incredible end of the regulation. It could be an incredible overtime. Ball's played back to Giovanni Rollian. Really now, Albuquerque Sol has to catch its breath and probably see its way to overtime. And right now, Rick Schatz, again, looks like a genius for a number of reasons. He hasn't used all his substitutes. He's subbed wisely. He still has backs. He's still got forwards. And, you know, really just a great job by Jose Miranda, Rick Schatz, the staff, to make good decisions. And Sandoval, all credit to him. What an impact he's made coming on. He's been busy. He's been dangerous. And that's what you really need. You need 18 players to make a difference, Eric.
And really, it's very forward thinking from Coach Schatz, because now what you're looking at is a very tired Albuquerque Sol defense. They've got pace back there. They really have not subbed yet. They've got tired in the back. We've got fresh legs coming forward, running at them. Caleb Scott's doing a dance here in the back. He's ready to go.
Ramos drives it in towards Sebastian Pineda. Pineda wins it, but only as far as Silas Sandoval. Sandoval looking to keep it and does so. Jaramillo twisting, turning. Jaramillo drives a shot in, but it's blocked immediately to Ozzy Ramos, who manages to get it out to Luis Martinez, who plays it wisely back to Travis Nicklaw. Nicklaw serving in. It's Sandoval again, offsides though. So Nicklaw, it looks like, is taking up the right back position or the center back position here. Caleb Scott has moved to left back, and Edgar ran it right back. And all these moves are really wise moves. You've got the speed of Caleb Scott now on the left outside to be dangerous. And it's just an exciting time to be at Keno North Stadium, Eric. What a comeback here for FC Tucson. And a good poke away by Luis Martinez, the captain, getting stronger as the match goes. Looking for a Spindola. One well there by the center back, Carlos Sendin. Good ball in here played by Pacheco. Oh, it's given away. Espinola. Could this be it? Espinola. And a good tackle there in the last second after the poor giveaway there by number 20. Looks like number 20 is the substitute there. And Brian Windsor, I think, is his name. I'll check that later, but I think that was Brian Windsor. Albuquerque's jerseys are very bright, and the red numbers do not contrast well. And these are the excuses I like to make when I can't figure out what number there is there. Big-time corner kick opportunity here. The left-sided service here from Luis Martinez. Whips it in. Near post. Falls to Brandon Zambrano, who chops it down. To Sandoval, flicks on. Travis Nicola. It's a goal! It's a goal! And Carrera has redeemed himself in a way that's only possible at Keno North Stadium. And you can see the wave of emotion that's overcome him here in the 85th minute. And who could it be but the hometown hero to put the header back in and to snatch a 2-1 lead from Albuquerque? This is an incredible turn of events. Eric, what do you have to say about this last goal?
You love to see it. I mean, this is a 90% effort, a 90-minute effort, 100% effort. These guys are amazing. They've put an effort all night. As you mentioned, all 18 substitutes coming in, making it happen. Oh, my goodness. Words don't explain it. Fired up.
And Campos looking for the foul, does not get it. And now for FC Tucson, the plan is completely different, isn't it? 4 minutes left, plus some serious injury time, I think, because of the substitutes and the goals. But we know how good I am at injury time, so I'm going to guess high at 5, and there's going to be 2, hopefully, Eric. And again, FC Tucson, covered with emotion here, has to be smart. Balls need to be played to corner. The safe ball needs to be played. Numbers need to be back, don't they?
Now, yeah, it's an intelligent game from this point. You're in the 87th minute with some change after that. This is when you start to look to play corners, look to play the wide side here.
Oh, and a great step here, but what an intervention by Pineda, who is definitely the defensive MVP of the second half. Oh, good touch there. And Espinola has found another gear. Espinola driving forward, and the foul is committed. Espinola, not always a 90-minute guy, but it really has shown himself here. And again, odd goal scorers, but again, the guys who need to step their game up have Pineda, Ramos, Martinez, Espinola, and Zambrano with a good second-half performance as well. Everyone's played very well this second half for FC Tucson. The question is, can they see us out? As James Schneebeck, who was fantastic for 80 minutes, has seen 2 go in towards the end. Nicola wins. Sandoval, no foul there. Olsen coming off his line. He's probably going to control this with his feet, does so. And picks it up. Olsen fires out. And he throws a dart to Brandon Zambrano. Tom Brady-esque, if you will. Oh, and flicked up by Edgar Reyna. And FC Tucson feeling the flow now. But need to be smart here in these last moments. Great. Oh, good opportunity here. Block here, and this is a big corner kick opportunity. And you've got to imagine all the big bodies will be back here. Zambrano tracking Martinez, the diminutive Martinez, probably going to lock out of the top of the box here. And this is the match here, Eric, for my money. And Campos has got to be the guy on the ball. I expect a left-footed in-swinger towards the far post here. FC Tucson's got the big bodies in there. They've got Pineda on Zacharias. They've got Reyna. Outswinger is Pineda up. Olsen finds it and scoops it up. 89th minute, and he fires. And he fires it to Jaramillo. Jaramillo plays it through. And Martinez on the break, 3v2. Far post. Espinola, can he get a touch? He cannot. Great job by Giovanni Roy, but what a tackle. Ozzy Ramos, save! Brilliant save there by Jimmy Schneebeck. Ramos looking to jam the dagger in the heart of the Sol faithful and Albuquerque in general, but is denied by Schneebeck on a good save.
Well, hopefully pretty soon we're going to see that board you put money invested in. We'll see a number of injury time here. The Sol are going to make one last substitution. You have to be really smart if you're FC Tucson here. I love the attack forward. I love the movement, but you can't press and give up a counter.
Albuquerque surprisingly bringing all their players back, which makes no sense to me, Eric. I mean, there's nothing left to play for. 2-1 is 2-1. Put two guys up front here. Again, maybe that's why I'm announcing right now, not coaching. Ball served in, far post. Good challenge there. Back heel. Cleared off the line, but blocked immediately. And now we're into injury time here. We're waiting for the fourth official's indication and the press announcer. And this ball rolls harmlessly out of bounds. And Caleb Scott telling the ball boy, if you throw that in, I'm going to find you in a dark alley somewhere. Ball girl, it looks like, or ball boy. Haven't heard the injury time indication from the fourth official. I can see 3 minutes of stoppage time. Wrong again. And emotions here. 2-1 FC Tucson. Injury time. Goals by Sandoval and Edgar Reyna in the 80th and the 86th minute have negated an Albuquerque goal from the first half by Ricardo Zacharias. And the penalty saved by Thomas Olsen. If you like action, if you're not coming back here next weekend or hoping FC Tucson can host this game, you're crazy, because this has been an unbelievable atmosphere, an unbelievable performance by the home team. Everyone's been involved, and Albuquerque has played so well, and they may be going home tonight, but not after a great effort. Caleb Scott steps in there beautifully. Olsen clears it, but straight up in the air. Silas Sandoval, who can't do anything wrong tonight, continues to ply his trade in the middle of the park, and so well. And FC Tucson dropping in. Ball driven forward. Martinez clears towards Zambrano, but not too far, and FC Tucson's looking to pick up players. Good ball in there. This is Campos, the most dangerous player here. Pineda, unbelievable. Ramos, unbelievable. And here it is, the free kick. Foul by Jaramillo, and we just couldn't get it clear. Ramos trying to maybe be too cute here. And a final opportunity for the Sol as the rain starts coming down. And that will make this free kick even more dangerous, won't it, Eric?
Absolutely. And this is a very dangerous spot for Olsen. This is the most dangerous spot you can have a free kick in. Almost dead on. You're looking at probably at 23, 24 yards out. You would think it's got to be Moreno on this ball. If he does anything but fire away, I'd be shocked.
Ball is bid, but right into the wall. And volleyed out of bounds. And that could be it for the Albuquerque Sol season. And the rain comes down here at Keno North Stadium. FC Tucson injury time. 2-1 over the Albuquerque Sol. Looking to punch their ticket to the Western Conference semifinals for the second straight year. Olsen drives the ball forward towards Sandoval, the hero. Drops to Pedro Spinola, flicks it over his head, looking for Zambrano, but can't get there. Maybe 30 seconds left on our time here. And again, Albuquerque tracking, I don't know why. Throw in here for FC Tucson, and they could kill it off right here with a long throw in down the line. Zambrano, goal kick. Rick Shantz is looking for the fourth official, looking for that indication. This could be the last kick of the match here. And that's it. Comeback City, FC Tucson. What a match. What a game. The final score here at Keno North Stadium in a stunning comeback. Goals in the 80th and the 86th minute from FC Tucson. FC Tucson 2, Albuquerque Sol 1. Final thoughts, Eric?
What a match. This is the excitement you want in postseason soccer. I mean, you talk about all 18 for all 90. FC Tucson came out, did what they needed to. What an exciting time here at Keno North Stadium. Players exchanging handshakes and all that. We want to see you back next week.
So next week, make sure you're checking your Twitter and your Facebook and our webpage, because FC Tucson is a potential host for the Western Conference Final. So make sure you're checking your social media, your Facebook, and thank you to all the fans that came out, all 900 plus of you. The final score, FC Tucson 2, Albuquerque 1. Till next time, I'm John Perlman for Eric Rhodes. Good night.